My dad spent 27 years calling me a murderer for being born, so I killed his new marriage with the truth. My dad gave me away the day I was born because he said I killed the love of his life. He literally handed me to his sister like I was radioactive waste and never looked back. My mom died giving birth to me from complications during delivery, and apparently that made me a murderer in his eyes. My Aunt Rachel raised me, and she was everything a parent should be: patient, loving, and present. But at every family event, there he was, my biological father acting like I didn't exist. He'd tell stories about his family while I sat there like a ghost at my own relative's table. When I was 7, I tried to show him a drawing I made in school, but he just looked right through me and asked my uncle about the game. By 10, I overheard him tell my grandma, "I can't even look at that kid's face. Every time I do, I see her dying." That night, I went to bed thinking I was going to hell, so I started going to church 3 times a week, crying in the pews, begging God to forgive me for killing someone I never even met. That's what his words did to a 10-year-old brain. High school was the peak of his cruelty. He'd show up to my cousin's basketball games, but skip mine. When relatives asked about me, he'd say, "Rachel's raising the kid," like I was some random orphan. The one time I confronted him during junior year outside my grandfather's funeral, he said, "You want to know why I can't be your father? Because you took away the only person I ever loved. Every breath you take is one she'll never take again." Graduation day broke me. I'd sent him an invitation, stupid hopeful me. He showed up, and for 1 second I thought maybe things could change. Then he pulled me aside and said, "You're 18 now. I've done my legal obligation sending money to Rachel. Don't contact me again. We're nothing to each other." That was it. The last time I tried. I went to therapy, got a good job in IT, met someone who loved me, and even started calling Rachel mom because she earned it. I thought that chapter was closed. Then 12 years later, my phone rang with an unknown number. It was him. "I need to see you," he said so casually, like we'd talked yesterday. "Why?" "I'm married. My wife Claire. She wants to meet you. She doesn't understand why we don't talk." My chest tightened. "What did you tell her?" "That we had a falling out when you were a teenager. Different paths, you know? Can you please just come to dinner and play along?" The audacity. This man destroyed my childhood, made me believe I was a killer, abandoned me completely, and now he wanted me to help him lie to keep his new wife happy? What exactly am I supposed to say happened? I asked. Just that we grew apart. Maybe I was strict and you were rebellious. The normal father-son stuff. Normal. He called, attempting to erase my entire existence. Normal. So I agreed and hung up, knowing I was going to make him regret ever asking me for anything. He wanted me to save his marriage with lies. I was going to destroy it with the truth. I texted him later. "Thanks for reaching out. Looking forward to meeting Claire." He responded immediately with relief emojis. The man who couldn't look at me for 18 years was sending smiley faces. I called him 2 days later and kept my voice warm. "What's Claire's favorite wine? Want to bring something nice?" He talked for 10 minutes about her preferences, even said, "I knew I could count on you." I spent the next 3 days preparing. Then the morning of the dinner I sent one final text. "See you tonight. Let's make this a fresh start." He replied, "That means everything, thank you, son." First time he'd ever called me that. The night arrived. I wore my best shirt, brought expensive wine and flowers for Claire. Playing the perfect son he never let me be. Claire was lovely. Warm smile. Genuine laugh. The kind of person who hugged strangers. She'd made my favorite meal because she asked Rachel what it was. She talked about wanting a big family. How family was everything to her. Perfect. "So," she finally asked over dessert, "what really happened between you two?" "David just says you had disagreements." I looked at my father. He was relaxed now, confident I'd stick to the script. He even smiled at me. "Well, my mother died giving birth to me. David blamed me for her death. He gave me to his sister the day I was born. Told me I was a murderer. Said every breath I took was one she couldn't. The last time we spoke before this, I was 18. He told me his legal obligations were over and to never contact him again." The silence was deafening. She turned to David. "Is this true?" He couldn't even deny it, just sat there staring at his plate. 27 years, I continued. He had 27 years to be a father and chose hate instead. Claire stood up and walked out. David followed her, begging. 2 weeks later, Claire called. She was filing for divorce. She couldn't be with someone capable of that cruelty. David called once after that, voice shaken. "First your mother, now Claire. You destroy everything I care about." "No," I said. "Mom died giving birth, and Claire left when she found out you spent 27 years punishing a baby for it."